A very warm welcome to the Dubai India Business Forum. I'm Ritvika Gupta and we are here today at this prestigious event organized by the Dubai Chamber of Commerce, where industry leaders, entrepreneurs and visionaries have gathered to explore new avenues of collaboration between Dubai and India. From insightful keynotes to engaging panel discussions and exclusive interviews, we'll bring you the key highlights, thought-provoking conversations and impactful moments from the event.
The event kicked off with an opening address by His Excellency Ahmed Abdullah bin Bayat, Vice Chairman, Dubai Chambers. Let's have a look.
The relationship between India and Dubai is one of deep-rooted trust, economic cooperation, and mutual prosperity. India has always been one of Dubai's top trading partners. The value of non-oil trade between our markets amounted to 190 billion US dollars in the last 5 years, with a growth of about 24% during the same period, underlining our robust and expanding trade connections.
UAE government works diligently to attract foreign direct investment, focusing on ease, doing business, economic diversification, and logistic infrastructure development, especially after the signing of the CEPA agreement between India and United Arab Emirates.
DP World also, under the directive of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, have issued the world's logistics passport. These passports can help in fast-tracking cargo movements, reducing administrative costs, and advancing cargo when it comes by sea and by air. As of last year, we had 73,000 plus active Indian businesses in Dubai Chambers, which from 2022 grew from 21,555 to that huge number.
India was always known for growth, but what has been happening and what has been the recent trend is that all of a sudden India is now starting being recognized for its expertise beyond the usual technology and beyond the usual core areas of strength. And now we are at a stage where India has already started representing scale. So businesses who do have global ambitions, who do really want to make it big, India is all of a sudden becoming a factor. The whole aspect of make in India, sell to the world or export to the world, that is becoming a reality.
Here's the vision. Let's make Maharashtra's fresh produce a regular feature on Dubai's supermarket shelves, restaurants and hotels. So evening we start plucking fruits in our farms. Midnight we start sending them to Dubai, UAE, and in the morning they are on your table. So that would be fresh produce from the farms of Maharashtra to the markets of Dubai.
Up next, we had an insightful panel discussion on the theme of a mutually beneficial partnership for trade, investment and global expansion. Let's have a look.
What Dubai can do and what you see the potential between India and Dubai particularly.
What Dubai is doing now is trying to position itself as a global player when it comes to digital economy. His Excellency Ahmed Biat highlighted the importance of Expand North Star. So this is one platform of connecting businesses globally through having a platform that will introduce the startups to the investors.
What advice would you give the UAE businessmen in terms of the long-term investments that you would encourage them to think about?
Power of India and the power of United Arab Emirates and Dubai and Bombay is so strong. If you're not in Dubai or in Mumbai, it is a goodbye. I think the moment you start putting money value to time, then you start seeing the benefit of what Dubai has to offer. Not only it's an opportunity because of what's happening around, also its geographic proximity, but also when you have efficiency, you make more money much faster.
The logistics have a lot of area for growth. And we were talking about how we can blend the digital capabilities into the system, the logistics capabilities of what Dubai can offer versus the size and the supply of the market, of the Indian market. And this is very relevant to your one of your group's businesses and supply chains. Can you maybe comment a little bit?
So there's a lot of interaction that is happening between both the companies. Examples of Sharaf Group, which has been largely playing a very important aspect in the logistic aspect in India, is now trying to see how they can further bridge the gap between, of course, DP World, which has been one of the largest port operators in India.
We were talking about maybe the potential for having a pilot where we could compare notes and see how our companies use their capabilities for infrastructure development at a very fast pace, and where we could maybe have a twin city sort of comparison and partnership with that. If you can touch maybe on your view of with that.
I think there are a lot of learnings in terms of twin cities, like we spoke about. So we've got very good, like since we have a large population, we know how to manage people. We have a very robust infrastructure for the transport as well. And there's a lot of areas where we can work on how the speed, scale, skill. And I think with Dubai, we bring in sustainability. I'll add the 4S to it. And I think that's an area where we can definitely work together.
Moving on, we had a keynote speech by His Excellency Sultan bin Saeed Al Mansouri, where he shared valuable insights on the Dubai-India economic partnership. Let's take a look.
As Dubai and India over the years created a successful story of unprecedented continuous growth in bilateral trade, now it's time to add a new chapter to our journey by creating a digital economy corridor between Dubai and India that will combine the strength of both sides in the new economic sectors. To achieve that, I am proud to announce this evening the opening of a new Dubai Chambers office, which will be in Bengaluru, India's global renowned tech hub. Now, this milestone reflects our commitment to deepening Dubai's economic partnership with India.
Up next, Ritvika Gupta of ET Now is joined by distinguished guests from Dubai and India to explore growing partnerships, trade ties, and the evolving business landscape. The discussion highlights strategic collaborations, cross-border investments, and opportunities to strengthen bilateral trade in a shifting global economy. Let's take a look.
So, sir, I want to begin this interview by asking you to talk about the Dubai-India synergy. India is a key trading partner for Dubai. How do you see this evolving economic relationship, becoming stronger in the years to come?
As you said, India is a traditional and trusted trading partner for Dubai for a very, very long time. Yeah. And we do these events and facilitate for these interactions between India and Dubai on a regular basis. What is important for us is as businesses evolve, as entrepreneurs bring in new ideas, it's important for us to create a good positive platform for these interactions to happen. And this is one of them. And we are hoping to see even more in the future.
Fantastic. Over 16,000 Indian businesses joined Dubai Chambers of Commerce as of 2024. Tell me, what makes Dubai an attractive destination for Indian businesses?
I think the numbers are growing on a continuous basis. What makes Dubai an interesting platform as a regional springboard, as a regional hub for the whole region of Dubai, Middle East and beyond, even Africa, even up to Russia and other places. The geographical footprint of our partnerships expands into a region of about 2 billion people around us. Sure. In a region maybe of 3.5 hours of flying. The robust infrastructure which we have, whether it is the physical infrastructure or, and what I mean by that, ports, airports, movement of physical goods, as well as a very conducive regulatory framework for companies to choose from, where to start, whether in free zones or mainland operations. Access to different skill sets also. Dubai is a global city. We have more than 180 nationalities operating and working in Dubai. So that also gives the companies flexibility to employ people and partner with people from all around the world.
Fantastic. You know, Dubai's digital economy is also growing twice as much as its traditional industries. What are the key factors do you think are contributing to Dubai's digital, a strengthening of its digital economy?
More than 20 years ago, Dubai decided to embrace the digital economy by launching a project called Dubai Internet City. That was very early in 2000. That was a bold move when the time of the future of digital businesses were not very clear.
Sure.
That strategy and that project brought many of the global players in industry from East and West to use Dubai as their regional headquarters and regional hubs.
Sure.
So in terms of technology today, over 15,000 companies, that is technology companies, use Dubai as their regional hub to cover over 90 countries. Out of that, they house their technology there, they house their data centers there, they house their smart talent in Dubai, and they market their goods and services out of this location. So it is not new for us to be in that sector. However, as the technology evolves over time very rapidly, we are also embracing this evolution by providing smarter, faster connectivities, related to artificial intelligence or the like as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Thank you.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We are here today at the Dubai India Business Forum, all set to dive back into powerful conversations, exciting developments and exclusive insights as we continue to explore synergies between two dynamic economies, Dubai and India. You know, we are at this fantastic event organized by the Dubai Chamber of Commerce. Tell me, how important are events like these to, facilitate conversations and opportunities for businesses, in both regions?
We were discussing earlier with our colleagues in Chamber of Commerce is joining us from India that such platforms are very important to ensure that the business communities, they come closer to each other.
Yeah.
And it will really highlight the investment opportunities and trade opportunities between the two destinations. We had a very interesting presentation presented by Invest in India that highlighted a lot of information that I'm sure some of the UAE delegates were not aware of. And similarly, we highlighted lots of investment and trade opportunities that Dubai can offer. So such events are very important to ensure that is not only dialogue is important, even sharing the necessary information to drive for more bilateral trade and investment.
Fantastic. How is Dubai Chambers empowering Indian businesses to set up in Dubai? What are the opportunities they should look out for?
Indian businesses, they contribute largely to the number of companies that are based in Dubai. Now, if we look at the total number of memberships under Dubai Chamber of Commerce, we're looking at around 258,000 companies. 72,000 of them are Indian businesses, which reflects a very important fact that Indian businesses are the largest foreign businessmen in the city of Dubai. The number grew very fast over a decade by 173%. We believe that Dubai can be positioned as a global connector for Indian businesses in fast-growing markets such as Africa, and will help them to tap into very interesting growth opportunities across the Middle East and the Central Asian countries. Adding to that, we believe that India, with its talent and with its advanced technology, can really help Dubai-based businesses to improve their productivity and digitalization, especially after the launch of the Dubai D33 economic agenda, that the digitalization projects that will happen every year, it will be more than 27 billion US dollars of value. So this will be a great opportunity for Indian ICT sectors to tap into such opportunities and to help improve the productivity and digitization of the city.
Fantastic. Just picking up from what you said, for all the viewers who are watching this today, especially the Indian businesses, which other sectors do you think carry the maximum opportunities?
Currently, if we look at the output of the last few years of Indian businesses setting up in Dubai, we'll see that the ICT sector is the leading sector of Indian businesses setting up in Dubai, followed by the business services and then the consumer goods, which really reflects the reality in India, that India is very well advanced when it comes to technology, and the consumer goods is more of a value addition on the strong agricultural background of India. We believe that India can really have a major stride when it comes to digital economy in the city of Dubai. We know that India is the third largest producer of unicorns globally, and you have more than 68,000 startups across the country. And this is very important for us, that how can Dubai benefit the Indian startups to have their first international base out of India in Dubai, to help them to get access to funding and even to get further access to markets that are growing with a certain pace that will help them to scale and internationalize.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking to us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mukundan, for joining us today for this conversation. Tell me, sir, what makes India a global hotspot? Why is it the right time to invest in India today?
So firstly, I think what we've seen is the Indian economy growth rate has been one of the highest in the world. We have a government which is focused on making sure the lives of everyday Indian is better. And then we now have infrastructure which is fast built up, which is much better than much before. And the businesses are continuing to face increasing momentum towards a lot of new demand which is getting generated. Plus, India is also a global hotspot for digital business. The rollout of UPI, the rollout of the scale up at the digital at the scale which India has done. And also India continues to be an example of how to continue in sustainable investment. Our investments in renewable energy, in International Solar Alliance actually are driving businesses forward. In addition to that, India is one of the fastest growing consumer markets. We have today businesses which are growing at double and almost very high 20-25% digits in terms of the new businesses at both at the, let's say, mass value segment, but also at the high end segment. Also, India happens to be the most creative capital with our entertainment industry, with our media industry. I think it continues to sort of stretch the corner and sort of march ahead. So what you get here is an economy which today is at about 4 trillion nearly, which is likely to become close to about 10 trillion in about 7 to 10 years time, give a band depending on what rate the world grows. And so it's a huge opportunity. A new India is being created in the next 7 years. So what India took 80 years to do, we are going to do it in the next 7 years. That's a massive opportunity for everybody.
Fantastic. Dubai Chambers has been actively working, to deepen economic and trade ties between Dubai and India. How do you see this institutional partnership, shape bilateral business and trade, in the coming years?
So there's been a natural partnership between India and Dubai. I can just say that the Indian expat population there is close to 4 million, and I think after signing of CEPA agreement, certainly I think the huge market which India has opened up through Dubai for rest of the world, not just for the United Arab Emirates, but also for the rest of the world. Dubai continues to be a hub for India, for Indian businesses to look at Africa, look at Middle East. So I think it's a win-win partnership, especially between Bombay and Dubai in terms of building business bridge. And I think we should really look at them as a twin city, which are just separated by 2 hours of flight, which is a flying time anywhere in the world. So I think we've got to huge cultural relationship. Most of our values are very similar. So I think this is a natural partnership to build where I would say for everyone coming from outside of India, it's a huge market, also a huge source of talent. And Dubai offers the unique position of where we can build partnerships and also engage in markets which are in that part of the world, especially Africa and Middle East.
Right, and just picking up from what you mentioned, there are a lot of Indian startups that are setting up in Dubai as well. What do you think makes Dubai an attractive destination for emerging businesses, startups and smaller businesses from India?
Yeah, so I think one of the things which I mentioned is the connectivity. This is not about physical connectivity of airlines or ports, but it's also about connectivity where investors, people who want to sort of look at how the product can be used, come and connect. I think if you look at just the Dubai airport, you know, the number of passengers, the ease with which international investors can come and meet. So it becomes like a global hub.
Sure.
So for any business which wants to start out, it is the network which is very important, and building that network, I think Dubai provides a perfect hub.
Yeah.
And certainly it's also a convenient hub, and is also a very efficient hub.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
So I want to begin by asking you, so India is a key trading partner for Dubai, and you know, there have been a lot of opportunities that have opened up for Indian businesses. Tell me, how do you see, especially, you know, after strategic agreements like CEPA, and there are other more, you know, agreements that have come up, you know, over the years, how do you see this really strengthening, you know, both the region's economic ties?
Thank you. I think India and UAE have a lot of place to go with the CEPA, which is now about 3 years.
Yeah.
Specifically, India-Dubai is now almost $46 billion of bilateral trade out of about $60 billion of non-oil bilateral trade, which is expected or targeted to grow to $100 billion. I see there's great potential for Indian businesses to establish themselves in Dubai, and for Dubai businesses to invest and establish themselves in India. If you look at the recent events on the tariff, there's a differential between Dubai or UAE at 10%, in India at 26%. Of course, this is not something that's going to be static. It's an ever-changing thing. But needless to say, I think there's a lot of potential for Indians to use Dubai as a manufacturing base to export goods and services into Dubai, use Dubai platform for their quick logistics, smart logistics, to look at access into the GCC as well as into Africa.
Right.
Africa has 25% of the world's countries, you know, 52 countries are there.
Yeah.
And Dubai is a great platform for Indians businesses to use Dubai platform to reach these markets. If you look at the movement of people between India and Dubai, I mean, there's so many flights, 150 flights per day, lot of connections, not only leader to leader, people to people. The culture is very similar, the food is similar, the language is not an issue. So I see great potential.
You know, today's event has been organized by Dubai Chambers. Tell me, how important are events like these to, you know, steer conversations and, you know, in fact, even give a rise to opportunities as well between both the regions?
So I think there's a very large delegation which is coming from Dubai with top businessmen, and Mumbai is the financial capital and will remain. And Dubai and Mumbai is very similar because Dubai is the, you know, is the attraction of the UAE.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi is the capital. Mumbai is the attraction for India, and Delhi is the capital. So we have a lot of synergies there, and I think there's a lot of business connections. We saw this morning in presentations from the Dubai Chamber and from Invest India. Invest India talked about a lot of opportunities, whether it's the infra, whether it is on the, you know, on the, for example, now with this tariff, I mean, look at textiles. I mean, textile, our neighboring countries are all at higher tariff than India. So is it going to be an opportunity or a threat?
Sure.
I see it as a great opportunity for Indian businesses to export to the rest of the world at lower tariff, especially US. Take it as a threat, because I mean, these countries which were not able, now not going to be able to enter into the US at the same price war may dump goods into this country. But it's an ever changing thing. But I think India has come of age where we are able to capture data, monitor data, and be, you know, on our feet.
All right. A lot of Indian businesses, you know, are looking to set up in Dubai as well, especially startups and smaller businesses. By way of advice, you know, what advice would you give them, you know, when they are going there to set up, in terms of the kind of sectors perhaps they should bank on?
So I think it's a question of demand supply. So I think there's a lot of demand for services, there's demand for manufacturing, as I mentioned earlier. So whichever areas is your area of domain expertise is an area where you should go in. Dubai offers lower tax. I mean, corporations are at 9%.
Yeah.
At a certain level, there is no tax.
Yeah.
I mean, even there. And you also have these free trade zones where you pay, if you're especially using Dubai as a platform to export, you don't even pay tax because you're exporting out. So it really depends on each person's business. In terms of technology and technological advancements, I think India has also come of age, and Dubai is already at the frontiers of technology. I mean, we have 16 billion transactions a month on UPI.
Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, even today, when I wire payments to the US, it takes 2 days to reach. If I wire payment to Dubai, in few hours it's there. The way technology is moving with blockchain, maybe few minutes, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like how UPI works in India. UPI is already there in Dubai now. And the more it gets used, I think Indian companies can look at use case analysis. I mean, I look at a few areas where there will be great growth. I mean, look at the way Dubai is promoting its tourism.
Right.
I mean, every 3 months, 6 months, there's a wow factor. Oh, this is wow. Oh, that is wow. So that's an area where we can innovate, be agile, even on medical tourism, on all the techs, you know, whether it's agri-tech. I mean, we have such a large rural base, right? I mean, 70% of our population is still in rural.
Yeah.
So technology, which comes into India, if it targets the masses, there's a great potential for businesses.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us today.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. And that wraps up an incredible evening at the Dubai India Business Forum. Thank you for joining us as we explored the future of trade, innovation and collaboration between Dubai and India. This is Ritvika Gupta signing off. Until next time, thank you for watching. Goodbye.